Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. Today we're going to be talking about Sevagoth and my Sevagoth Viral Darkness build. For this build, I actually went ahead and replaced Sevagoth's first ability with the Helminth Ability Nourish, and I have formed him quite a bit. I got 3 forma on regular Sevagoth and 4 forma on the Shadow. Let's go ahead and talk about Sevagoth, starting with his passive. His passive is really crazy because on death, you transform into the Shadow, and while you're in the Shadow form, you have a limited amount of time to consume 5 souls, and once you consume 5 souls, Sevagoth will be completely revived with all his health and shields. And the cool part about this transformation that's specifically activated by the passive, the consume ability that the Shadow has is altered to cost 0 energy, and it can also instant kill non-boss enemies, which is absolutely amazing. As long as you're around a bunch of enemies, this passive is honestly really clutch. Next up, we got his first ability, which, as I mentioned earlier, I went ahead and replaced for the Helminth Ability Nourish. While Nourish is active, any damage you take results in a viral explosion, and enemies hit by this explosion will receive a viral proc. On top of that, while this ability is active, you also get a viral weapon damage bonus, and you also get increased energy from all sources thanks to the energy multiplier. Obviously, Nourish is one of the best Helminth abilities in the game, and the features this ability has can really shine on a Warframe like Sevagoth. And with the way I personally like to play Sevagoth, I found that his first ability was definitely the one you want to replace. But again, that's just me. If you put a different Helminth ability on Sevagoth, feel free to let me know what that ability is down below. Next up, we got his second ability, which is called Sow. This ability implants a death seed into the souls of nearby enemies, and all seeded enemies will take true damage per second. But killing an enemy affected by this ability fills 5% of the death well for Exalted Shadow, so it is still an amazing ability, especially whenever you have his third ability, Gloom, activated. Gloom is a flowing darkness aura that slows down enemies within its range, and you can actually get lifesteal while this ability is active whenever you cause damage from any of your weapons and abilities. And this is Sevagoth's Helminth ability, so you could put this ability on another Warframe if you choose. And then finally, we got his fourth ability, the Exalted Shadow. After the death well reaches 75%, Sevagoth will be able to use this ability to transform into the Shadow. The death well is the gauge that we see on the right side of the screen above the abilities whenever we play Sevagoth. The way I like to charge up the gauge super fast so I can get to that 75% is by using his second ability, Sow, to implant that death seed on enemies, and once you kill those enemies, you instantly get 5% toward the gauge. So after a few enemies, you can fully transform into the Shadow. For this specific build, I don't really use the Shadow like that, so I'm not really focused on the mod setup that I got with the Shadow as well as the exalted weapon that the Shadow has, but nonetheless, here you go for those who are interested. And when it comes to the Shadow's mod setup, his mod setup is the exact same as Sevagoth's. All that out the way, let's go ahead and talk about the mod setup that I got with Sevagoth. For the aura mod, I got Brief Respite so I can regain shields every time I cast an ability. I got Adaptation for damage resistance that also stacks, Umbral Intensify for extra ability strength, I got Umbral Fiber for extra armor, I got Rolling Guard to get rid of any status effects that are applied to me and make myself immune for a certain amount of time, Blind Rage for extra ability strength, Primed Continuity for extra ability duration, Primed Flow for extra energy, and Fast Deflection for extra shield recharge. Sevagoth is one of my favorite Warframes. His lore is badass, and with a build like this, you could straight up survive in any mission type in the game, whether it's Steel Path or just really high level normal missions. You can even survive in missions that decay your health over time as long as you can damage some enemies with Gloom, which is hilarious and another reason why Sevagoth is just one of my favorite Warframes, on top of that badass cinematic quest. But let me know what you guys think of Sevagoth as well as my Sevagoth build down below. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Before this video ends, real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. You guys are awesome, and I really do appreciate the support. And yeah, guys, that's going to be it for me. Keep your head up, stay positive, and with that being said, thanks for watching.